We talked about the threat that Israel issued to Palestinians in Gaza, to 1.1 million people, telling them to just, get up and leave their homes. And those who were going south, so who were evacuating or leaving and complying with the Israelis, some of them were bombed. So, you're in a lose-lose situation against the Israelis. And I want you to listen to this this journalist from Gaza as she tells it.
So, more updates about the evacuation that I've been talking about since the morning. Do you remember when I said that they push people to evacuate from the northern to the southern areas via a safe route, as they said? Okay, that was a trick. That was a trick. They targeted ambulances, cars, and buses in the road. And more than 150 people were killed until now, as I heard from other press and other journalists. So this is part 3. They are playing with us. They are playing with and on us. They told us this is a safe route. Innocent people took anything from their homes and went to the southern areas, and they killed them. They literally killed them. Literally more than 30 ambulance cars until now reached the Shifa, and it's not ended. It's not ended yet. Many people are killed. Most of them are children. The scenes are really hard. I can't even imagine that I'm living this. I can't imagine that this is real. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my life. Please do something. So.
Apparently, she's Hamas, according to the media, and, disgusting Zionist scum like Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson, who is, constantly groveling and kissing Netanyahu's backside, and, or RFK Jr., another Zionist scumbag. Apparently, she deserves it. She's a human shield for Hamas, just like everybody there. There's all the civilians. It's okay to butcher them, I mean, these people, they already sound crazy now, these Zionists and these apologists for Israel. They already sound crazy and unhinged now. I can't imagine history being anything other than extraordinarily distasteful and looking very, very unfavorably upon them when that time comes. So, their names are going to go down as apologists for genocide and just all-around scumbags, really scumbags. This is the UN also evacuating, right? Because the Israelis kicked them out as well. Apparently, they're also Hamas.
NBC News can now report 3 convoys of what appear to be evacuees were just hit by Israeli strikes in Gaza. That's according to the Palestinian Health Ministry, and also some of our own interviews. 70 people are dead. Only an hour. IDF said an extensive attack against military targets within Gaza was underway. This morning, Israel dropped thousands of leaflets in the north of the Strip, warning civilians to go south. Quote, Gaza City has turned into a battlefield. Leave your homes immediately, read those flyers. The IDF told Gaza City residents they would refrain from touching an evacuation route until 8 p.m. That was just about 2 hours ago. Quote, no one knows where we're going, one Gaza resident told NBC News, but we're ready to run.
You have reality, and then you have what Israel says. These are people in Gaza who are chanting that they're not going to evacuate. That they would rather die than be humiliated by Israel and forced out of their homes again. You have to understand how disgusting this is. People in Gaza have already lost their original homes. That's why they're in Gaza, many of them. And now Israel is bombing their homes and telling them to leave again. Like, just, you become a refugee, then you're again a refugee, or your son becomes a refugee. You have multiple generations of refugees. It's never ending with them. Israel, it's never enough for them. There's never enough land. There's never enough Palestinians that they can kill. There's never enough, wars that they can wage. It's never enough bombing raids on Syria, or bombing raids on Gaza, or raids into the West Bank. Everything Israel does is justified. Israel, they're the chosen people, and everything a Palestinian do is terrorism. Yeah, we know the drill. Here you can see people from Egypt carrying supplies across. Because, as I said, the Gaza Strip is right next to Egypt, so they're allowing Egypt. They're allowing some people to go across into Gaza and deliver aid. But of course, like I said, the Egyptian president Sisi, he said in his speech a few days ago that Palestinians should not listen to the Israelis and not try to come into Egypt. Now, again, this is good and bad. The bad thing, obviously, is that people are being bombed. So, I mean, I really, it's very difficult, or rather, I should say, it's very easy for anyone who's not in Gaza to tell people in Gaza, just stay there, and it will be fine, or, just stay there. And it's not easy for them. It's not easy. It's very difficult. So that's the thing. But the other quote unquote good thing about this is that Israel should not be given any more ground. On the contrary, people, instead of going south, should be going north. The same goes for Syria. The same goes for Lebanon. They should be going in, right, and taking back the land and not allowing Israel to take more of Palestine or the Levant. Again, I'm going to show you just on the map here. The Israelis, they've had several plans before to ship Palestinians off to Latin America, for example. Like, again, look at the map. They actually wanted to take Palestinians from here and then ship them all the way to Latin America just to get rid of them. And another one of their plans is to put them in the Sinai here. But Sisi, the Egyptian president, told them, no, do not leave. Do not allow the Israelis to force you out again. And I really don't know what is going to happen in these next hours. It's very, very critical. And we are really going to see now in the next couple of hours how this war is going to manifest itself, whether it will escalate or not. If the Israelis decide to pursue and undertake a ground invasion, I can't imagine Hezbollah just sitting that out in today's day and age. They have the means, they have the training, they have the knowledge, and they have the power to deal with Israel. And so does Hamas. The Israelis, the last time they went into Gaza about a decade ago, they got humiliated and severely punished for that. Just like when they went into Lebanon the last time. And this is the reason why the Israelis don't go into Lebanon anymore. They haven't touched it since 2006 because Hezbollah executed sufficient deterrence. And when it comes to Gaza, the Israelis, all they do is they bomb it by air, but they're too cowardly to actually go in by land. And if they really get pushed by Netanyahu, who obviously has to do nothing except sit in his office, then I don't even want to imagine what's going to happen, because this is not the Hamas of 20 years ago. This is a completely different beast. This is a highly proficient guerrilla force, and they demonstrated this on October 7th. So far, Israel has done nothing to remove the shame and wash away the humiliation that it experienced on October 7th. It cannot do anything anyway to deliver itself from that. That stain is never washing off. And the thing is that all we've seen from Israel is just bombing civilians. That's all they're able to do. They get in their F-16s, which are provided by the United States. They go and bomb hospitals. They bomb civilians, even the ones that are complying with their evacuation order. They bomb them too. That's all they're good at. destroying concrete. You would think that their biggest enemy is concrete. Like, maybe I misunderstood, and Israel is waging a war against concrete buildings. I mean, my point is that if the Israelis decide to go into Gaza, they will be severely punished. It's not because I wish it or the Palestinians wish it or something like that. I'm just telling you the facts. My job's to report, and I'm telling you that we are not talking about the same Hamas of 20 years ago. And Israel also is not the same as 20 years ago. It's weakened. Hamas and the resistance acts is stronger. So keep that in mind. Well, and of course, I will always keep you guys up to date on what's happening on Twitter, on YouTube, every single day. My Twitter is actually I never plug the Twitter because I always forget to do it. Here it is. That's the handle if you want to follow. So I'm constantly 24/7 posting updates, posting news, posting about what's happening in Gaza, and about what's happening in this war and how it's transpiring.